What's up guys? We reviewed quite a few lenses with 24, 35 and 85mm focal length. Now it's time to go super wide. Meet new Zonlai 14mm f.2 manual lens. When I first got mine, I was very surprised at how large it is. It's about 5.5 inches long and 3.5 inches wide at the end of the lens. This lens is compatible with all Sony cameras that have full frame or APS-C sensors, like A7, A7R, A7R2, A7S or A7S2. Because of its size, it also has some significant weight to it, around 260 grams. Since not many people have a need for a super wide lens on a regular basis, and since Sony versions are like 6 times more expensive, I'm pretty sure that this lens is awesome, even though it's not zoomable. The build quality is better than I originally expected. It feels solid and the focus ring is smooth, so I give the build quality high marks. As far as pictures go, it takes a great photo. Aperture range is f.2 to 16 with 12 diaphragm plates. The 14mm has a such larger field of view that this lens works great for landscape photos. Of course, it can be used to shoot portraits, but still it has a special advantage when shooting some scenery. Let's talk about the sharpness and focus. Like most super wide lenses, there is considerable wide focus depth, so your long shots should be easy enough to achieve the best sharpness this lens will provide. And by the way, so far, I find it very acceptable. Close-in subjects are tricky and take practice to achieve the sharpness you will want. It interfaces with my Sony a7R II perfectly, with the camera giving me accurate focus and exposure focus. It produces good colors and clear pictures. It does all I could expect from a lens, especially at this price point. Obviously, it's not without its weaknesses. Since this is the manual lens, the focus ring has to be used to focus the image. However, I found my infinity point to actually be almost an inch away from the furthest focus for infinity on the lens. In other words, accurate focus can be an issue if you are locked into using the focus scale on the lens. When using this lens, I would go out and do some practice before taking any critical photos. Learn how to just focus and don't trust your camera to do everything for you. Manual lens is actually a great thing for beginners to understand basics. Since the aperture is manually adjusted here, the camera will not store the value of the aperture. All in all, this is a great value for the lens. This lens hit the mark for me. Truth is that in many circumstances, the performance was comparable to lenses costing many times more than that. However, be prepared to work on your technique. It is necessary to have a wide-angle lens because it opens up your field of vision. Keep your passion for photography and go on with some cool and creative photos.